Let us see a question. A balloon starts rising from the earth's surface. The ascension rate is constant and equal to V0. Ascension rate means movement in the upward direction. Due to wind, the balloon gathers the horizontal velocity component Vx is equal to ky, where k is a constant and y is the height of the ascent. Find how the following quantities depend upon height of the ascent. The horizontal drift of the balloon, x as a function of y, and the total tangential and normal acceleration of the balloon. So in this question what he says is, there is a balloon and this is the earth's surface. The balloon is rising. So obviously the balloon will be rising in the upward direction. Let us say that is y direction. But here there is wind which will push the balloon. So finally it will try to take this path. So you have to find this trajectory. Okay. So trajectory means the path which the balloon takes. Obviously, if let us say a path, if an object is taking a parabolic path, means at every x you will be able to plot the y. You can for each x you should be able to plot y. Then you will be able to trace this path. This is called trajectory. This is a trajectory type of question. So this horizontal movement is called drift. Okay. So if there was no air, the balloon would have been going straight in the y direction. But because of this air, there is a movement. There is a horizontal movement also. So the given information is the y direction velocity is given as Vy is equal to V0, which is dy by dt, and horizontal component also is provided. Vx is equal to k multiplied by y. In terms of y, he is giving you the horizontal acceleration, horizontal velocity, where k is a constant and y is the height of the balloon from the vertical height of the balloon from the ground. So dx by dt is equal to ky. So whenever you see this type of question that you have to calculate the trajectory, you have to establish a relationship between x and y. So here you have a parameter which is varying with respect to time. So if you divide these two, let us call this equation 1. If I call this equation 1 and equation 2, if I divide equation 1 by equation 2, what am I going to get? I will get dt will cancel. I will get dy by dx is equal to v0 divided by ky. So if you rearrange, you get dx is equal to ky dy by v0. If I integrate both sides, I will get the value of x. I will get the total x. So here in the right hand side, what is the variable means y is the variable. K and v0 are constant. So x is equal to k by v0 into integral y dy, which is y square by 2. So this is the expression to calculate the horizontal drift. For every y value, if you put, you can get the corresponding x. You can see that this equation is in the type of a parabola. Y square is equal to 4x, like that. So it is resembling a path like this. Okay. Obviously you can have only positive x values. Let us say we are taking only half of the path. It will resemble something like this. Okay. So the balloon also is moving something like this in a parabolic curvature. In the second question, he has used terms like total, tangential and normal acceleration. So for this, let us say what are these terms? A object is moving in a circular path. The object will have two types of acceleration. One acceleration will be towards the center. It is called normal acceleration, and one in the tangential direction. Okay. The resultant of these two, because acceleration is a vector, is the total acceleration. Okay. So total acceleration is equal to root over an square plus at square. Now at square, which is the tangential which is the tangential acceleration, is nothing but dv by dt. Obviously, when the object is moving in a circular path, it is moving with some linear velocity at every instant of time, right? If you differentiate that, you get a tangential acceleration. So what is this v means? It is the total velocity at that point. That means it is the velocity, it is the resultant velocity of vx square and vy square. Okay, this v is a total linear velocity at this point. So we need to find v. So vx we have already worked out. It is ky. All right. So it will be vy is v0 and vx is ky. So it is k square y square. So at is equal to, you need to just arrange the term now after differentiating it. This is the total velocity. We need to differentiate it with respect to time, then we will get at. So while differentiating it, you need to treat this as total, all the terms inside the this root as a y, then it is 1 by 2 root y. See, d by dt of what is root y? It is 1 by 2 root y. In place of y, you need to write this. Okay. Now again we need to differentiate this. So when you differentiate this is a constant term. It will go k square y square, d by dt of k square y square. It will be k square into 2y. So 2 and 2 cancels. You are left with k square y v0, because y into dy by dt you will get k square into 2y into dy by dt you will get. dy by dt is v0. That term I have put here, k square y into v0 divided by root over v0 square plus k square y square. This is the expression for at. This can be simplified like this: divide by v0 numerator and denominator, then you will get this expression. Now what is the total acceleration? Total acceleration A is equal to, it is, just now we discussed, it is, you need to take the acceleration in the x direction and acceleration in the y direction, and you need to find the resultant of that. That is the total acceleration. That means at this particular point, okay, it is moving like this. You will have some x, you have some y. So this will be the A, the total acceleration. This I will call it as AX, and this is as AY. So dvx by dt whole square means Vx is how much we have calculated? Vx is ky. So it is d by dt of, it is d by dt of Vx. So d by dt of Vy, if you calculate, Vy is anyway constant, he is saying. So this term will become 0. So finally you are left with root over dvx by dt whole square. So it is basically, you are left with dvx by dt only. Okay. So dvx by dt means k is a constant thing, it will come out. It is k into dy by dt. Okay. This term is k into y. So it will become k into dy by dt, which is k v0. So that is your total acceleration. So total acceleration, you need to calculate the acceleration, you need to calculate the tangential acceleration, you need to calculate the normal acceleration, and you need to calculate the square root of ax square plus ay square. Okay. So you got the total acceleration, you got the tangential acceleration. Now you need to use this expression as per this: at square plus an square is equal to a square. You know a value, you know at, you need to find out an. So just put the values. I have grouped up some mistake I have done here. So an square will be equal to a square. A square, a value is this, so it will be k square v0 square minus at, you have already calculated this, so it will be k power 4 y square v0 square divided by this value. Okay. The square of this. So once you simplify that, you finally get an square is equal to k square v0 to the power of 4 divided by v0 square plus k square y square. Divide numerator and denominator by v0 square. You get k square v0 square divided by 1 plus this term divided by v0 square. So an value will be root over this whole value k v0 divided by 1 plus ky by v0 whole square. So this is the value of an. So as the y is varying, you can find the value of normal acceleration, you can find the value of tangential acceleration. So thereby you can obtain the total value of acceleration. That means, see, when this is going up like this, it is moving in the upward direction also, and it is moving in the horizontal direction also. You can get the acceleration in the horizontal direction, acceleration in the vertical direction. Thereby you can get the resultant in the total direction.